Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my overtime guide gameplay, should I say. So I entered overtime and
You scared me.
I tried. One of the things that happened in the overtime is that it's almost like a clear up session. You've got like a whole year, but they're not divided up into like months where you have to, quarters where you have to like deliver a request. The request can be turned in at any time, but it's not limited to a quarter. It's actually limited for the whole year. So these are the things you need to synthesize and do in the entire year. I'm in month 9. Another thing that comes up in the overtime is these 2 super dungeons. So the Machina Domain and the Abyssal Tower. Every single boss that you have faced in any of these maps are now normal enemies in these super areas, yeah? So what happens is the bosses that you faced before, they're now normal enemies, and then the bosses in there are super boss, so they're twice or 3 times harder than the normal bosses you would have faced in the normal game. I tried to face a few of them, but I ended up losing to like this, I guess, floor 2 or 3. So Abyssal Tower, the second boss is the Iron Giant, but much stronger than the ones you faced in the original game. This is the DX version, guys, so you don't actually, unlike the PS3 version where when you finish the game, you just start again, new game plus. This one gives you an overtime, which is like a cleanup session, even though it did attach a couple of stories into the overtime, like the Alchemist from the future are here. And if you've played the PS3 game, then you will know who they are. This does not exist in the original PS3 game. So, and then you got the time capsule, which is used for sending items into the future. My favorite item to get consists of, actually I'll do this in the next one. So guys, the whole point of the overtime is to defeat the super bosses and to create this item right here, which is really hard to create. So I'll cover how to create this item in another video as well. So if you go into these super dungeons with the normal gear that you have in the original game, you are gonna get destroyed by the time you get to the super bosses, at least floor 2, especially if you go to Abyssal Tower. You're not gonna get through the Iron Giant with your normal gear. So what you have to do is create super gears, and that means this is where your alchemy skills will shine. So you can't just make any old item and synth it into your gear. You actually have to be strategic in creating those items. So I'm going to show you guys how to get these stats on your equipment, right? So the stats that I have here, if you look at the weapon, you got Master Skill times Spirit Power, Hitter, Deity Power, and Rainbow Power. And then you got in the gear, you got Defender, Life Guard, Mental Guard, Red and Blue, and Green and Gold. And then on the Runestone, you got Master Skill, Eco Skill, Speed Star, and so on. So these actual stats are what you need on your gear and your weapons. Without these, you are going to lose in the super boss dungeon. Guaranteed, right? Because even if you do get through the Iron Giant, I'm sure there's more stronger enemies than him the deeper you go into the dungeon. So all you have to do is basically learn how to mix traits together. So every trait creates something. When you mix it with the level 1 and the level 2 of the same trait, it creates a new thing. So the first thing you want to do, I'm just going to show you in my basket, is create a supplement with these 2 traits in it. Alright, so expand is when you mix cost 1 and cost 2. What that does is it allows you to add more skills when you create items. So when you create an item here and you add all these traits into it, if you look in the trait choice section, you will see that there's a lot of traits that you can add when you finish creating the item, and each trait has a number next to it. So the more powerful the trait, the more numbers, the more cost it requires for you to add that trait to your gear or your item. So for example, if I look for a really expensive trait, like let's say maybe finest goods, you will see that it's now 10 and 13. If I look for another one, let me see, maybe discounted, let's see. So there you go, you see discounted is 20. So the more high level the traits are, the more it costs. So you need to create this, these guys. So you need to mix cost 1 with cost 2, that will create the expand, and then mix cost 2 with cost 3, and that will create the enhance. And what you want to do is add that to your first supplement, right? Once you do that, then you can give it to what's her name, is it SD? Tiffany, yeah, and sell it, right? I'll register it. Once you register it, come back here again and create a start adding the enhance and the expand into various items that you will need to create for your gear. One of them is Z-tool, yeah? So if you create one of these, so if you mix the enhance and the expand, you get what we call the maximize, which increases your cost by 50 and so on. So what you want to do is add the supplement to your Z-tool. Once you put one of those supplements that I just showed you in, it will automatically change into maximize. And then what you need to do is add another various items that have the cost 1 and cost 2 and cost 3, which would then create another version of the enhance, and so on. The more of it you can add, the more of the enhance, expand, cost 1, cost 2, cost 3, and maximize you can add, the better, right? So create a Z-tool like that, create a what's it called? What's that thing called? I'll find it. Pure oil, I think it's called. Let me look for it. Yeah, there it is. Right, create another one, pure oil. This is the first one I was able to create, which was only had the cost 1, which was rubbish. And then I went on to create this one, which was the supplement I just showed you with the expand and the enhance. I added it to it, and then I added cost 2 and big. And then I remade it again, right? later on, and I was able to get maximize, expand, cost 3 and cost 1 on there. So you want to make pure oil, Zethal, what's the other one? You want to make as many, yeah, tonic is another one you want to make, right? Here's another one. And just make sure you add maximize, enhance, and expand. You can add, you know, handcraft or quality up as much as you want to kind of increase the item quality. But what you're looking for is maximize, enhance, and expand. Once you create it, add it, sell it in your shops at Tiffany's. What else is there? I think there's another item. Yep, this one. Clear gelatin is another one. Yep. So add it again, maximize, enhance, until and so on. Just literally add, maximize, enhance, and expand, and any cost related traits to all your general weapon items. These items are normally used to either create gears or other items, and they're easily sellable in the shops with Tiffany. Once you do, I think there's one more. I want to see if I can remember. There's one, yeah, there it is. It's Comet. Comet is another one, right? So just create it, because the items I just mentioned, the Zethal, the Comet, the clear guillotine, and the tonic are essential for use when trying to create your weapon or your gear, because they will appear in the item section when you're trying to synth as an option to add to the item you're trying to make. And by adding them, when they have the maximize, the expand, and the cost on it, it increases the cost level. If you just add one of them, it increases the cost level, which then allows you to add whatever trait you're trying to add into the item you're trying to create. Right? So guys, once you've done that, right, and you've put it all in the shop, so let me show you what I did to mine. Yeah, there you go. So that was the first one I was able to make, the maximize. Once you're able to do that, I think all I could do was get the maximize in there. I barely got it in there because I didn't have enough points. One of the tips that people never actually tell you is that when you want to make a really ultimate supplement with all the maximize and enhance, you can't actually make it on normal items. What you have to do is create a broken item, right? And as you can see in my broken item, I've got the maximize, the enhance, expand, and the cost 2 on it, which gives me a whole lot of points. As you can see in the cost level on the rank, you can see it gave me 122 just to add this one item. This is the only item you can create that will appear on the supplement and allow the cost level in supplement to go up. Without this item, you will be stuck with like maybe dragon scale, which only gives 30, and everything else is like under 17. World Spirit is quite good, right? So what you need to do to create a broken item is, after you've created the supplement that I told you about that had the expand and the enhance, go and create a difficult item. So make sure your MP is low, like maybe under 10, and then go and create maybe tonic. I would suggest a tonic, because you can make a lot of it, right? You need an item that you can make at least 10 or 20 of, that use MP maybe like 10 MP or more, or 5 MP or more, so that when you try to create the item, it actually says, let's say I'm going to create, it actually does this for you. It says to you, not enough MP, do you want to synthesize anyway? And then you say yes. And then in these places, in all these items, you need to try and add the supplement, which I should have somewhere, or the tonic that you've created, or, you know, maybe the wild scent that you've created. Any item that you've created in this list that may already have the maximize, the enhance, and so on. You want to add it into this broken item because you're hoping that this basically fails. Because if it fails, it becomes a broken item. Remember, if you are alchemy level 50 or above, you can still succeed even though you have no MP. It's strange, but that's what happened. But more likely than not, you will fail the you basically fail, and it will become a broken item. And the amount you make will also be the amount of broken item that you have. So once you add the traits in this section and it fails, then you just add the maximize trait, add the enhance trait, add the expand trait, and you should then have what I have here. Once you have this, you can then add this to any supplement that you create, which will allow you to have 100 and something 100 and something cost level. Now, this is very important because I tried so many times to create a supplement that could take a cost level above 100. I just couldn't do it because I didn't have the items to push the cost level up until I figured out that I could create a broken item from other items and then attach the maximize, which then make life so much easier. Right, guys? So once you've done that, then you're good to go, really. You then just need to create a better supplement, which should look something like this. So this is my first supplement right here. And then once I did what I just showed you guys, I then created this one, right? Because it allowed me to add much more stuff. The ultra quality is like handcraft and professional, which is basically, it comes from quality level 1 and 2. So quality level 1 and 2 will make handcraft, and then quality level 2 and 3 will create professional, and then professional plus handcraft creates ultra quality, and so on. So the more you mix those two levels in any trait, it creates something new. And what you want to do is get those something new in your item arsenal. The other thing I want to say is that even though I've mixed these two together, if you choose to go in your normal gear to the super dungeons, I recommend Machina Domain, because you don't need because Abyssal Tower is underwater, so you're going to need that item that allows you to breathe underwater. I think it's called, let me see if I've got it. There's an item that you have to have on you to breathe. There it is, airdrop. Yeah, so you need this to fight in Abyssal Tower. If you don't, you're gonna drown and you can't go in. Which is why I recommend Machina Domain. In Machina Domain, you can basically fight the boss that you'd normally fight in National Mines, I think. Let me just show you. Yeah, so it's the little dragons in National Mines, these guys, right? This guy was a boss in National Mines, if I remember correctly. And they're going to be quite hard because, like I said, they're bosses. But if you were able to beat them in the original game, then you should be fine. And all you need to do is just farm them. So come in here, beat him, take this item, and you have a chance of getting high level traits. Like this is a high level trait. As you can see, forceful level 1 and forceful level 2 created very painful, right? So in there somewhere, you will get high level traits. And I would suggest maybe come in here and defeat this just farm everyone here. There you go, you see, you got inbuilt handcraft, which is again quality 1 and quality 2, like I said. What else you got? Yeah, so you have a chance of getting high level traits. Do not fight the super boss, just fight the mobs, and then exit, come back in, fight the mobs, exit, come back in, fight the mobs, and so on. Your these cost traits are like the most valuable you're gonna need when you're trying to create your ultimate items that will help you create your gear. Right? So what I did, I came here and I think I fought here for at least an hour. Guys, you're gonna get to see my ultimate weapons at play. Yeah, so guys, as you can see, I'm hitting really hard because I've already created the ultimate weapon that I want. But as you can see, guys, these guys were boss. Well, I don't know about him because I haven't seen him in the original game, but he was a boss in Knight's Domain, if I remember correctly.
What should I do?
And I don't really have to block because my gears are very, very powerful. The only people who can damage me really well are super bosses.
Here's my chance.
I'm gonna cut this part out.
Feel better?
Now I'm mad. Mama, please, we're gonna finish it off now. Are they going after me?
Allow me.
You're all going down. Way to go, guys!
Alright guys, so like I said, once you come in here, you defeat the mobs, you leave, and you go back in. You leave, defeat the mobs, go back in, and you should acquire a lot of items with the tricks that you use. Some of them you won't have to make them like I had to. You just have them already in your arsenal. And I'm talking about things like handcrafted, things like expand. They don't give you enhance, but you can definitely get enhance, expand, and so on. Just like very painful, like those type of stuff you're gonna need. And then you can come back and start doing what I did. So the first thing you will need to do, guys, actually guys, I'm gonna save that for the next video. Yeah. So in the next video, I'm gonna talk about how to create the items you need to sync into your weapons. So today, for now, we're gonna just leave it here. So remember guys, create your broken item. First thing to do, like I said, is create the supplement with expand, and then create another supplement, I think, with expand on its own, or enhance on its own. Whatever you do, just try and get expand in there and enhance together, and then create a broken item which will then have your maximize, enhance, and expand on it. And then from there, you can then start creating the supplement that you need, because it's the supplement that we're going to use to create the items that are going to be used in creating the actual ingot or cloth that we need to use. I hope all that made sense, guys. I want to see if I can try out the broken item thing I was talking to you guys about. So let's see. I'm gonna use tape, panic. I'm gonna put the tonic. Yeah. Alright, so let's try it. I'm gonna try and do a broken item so you guys can see. I'm gonna go enhance. I already have something here already. I'm gonna try and fit all of them in. Just for the sake of it, I'll just put everything I've got. Guys, I'm just doing this at random. But you would try and make, it's because I already have the maximize created. So yeah. Now let's see if it's gonna break or if it's gonna create it. There you go. Yeah guys, so as you can see, because I didn't have enough item MP, it broke, and then from there with the cost level I can add maximize, I can add enhance, I can add cost 3, and I can add cost 1. Or let me see if cost 1 is there. Yeah, cost 1, and then also always add handcraft. There you go, guys.
What should I make?
And it's like I said, it's the broken item you would then use to create a good supplement, which will always be down here for you. Alright, so if you've been wondering why your supplement, you're unable to add anything substantial to it, this is how people get around that. They create a broken item, because all your high level items like your ingots and your cloth and your weapons and all the other special weapons you create normally do have high cost levels attached to them, but they do not appear for the supplement. Yeah, they don't appear for the supplement, so you have to create a broken item. Alright guys, in the next video I'll talk about how to create the items from the supplement that will then create your ultimate armor that I have on right now. I hope you join me in the next video so I can show you how to create these traits on your gear. Thanks guys for watching.